attending Stevenson High School.
Squirrel!
My poem is titled Simile. Girls are like jeans, broomstick skinny, boot cut freeing, long legs swinging down the street, straight pant cuts and straight lace top rides, and early curvy high rise girls packed in traffic. 3.8 billion girls right now, all laughing and crying and burning their tongues on morning coffee and listening to the radio, the humdrum drone auto jam with Toast the boy, 2 cars up throwing the lane with his jam. But come close, put your ears to the stereo boards and you'll hear this. Witchwort, rat trap, teeth out girls, stonewashed, lore snitch, bad rap girls, batsy, ripped hole, unglued girls, mascara clumping on the mask, lumpy scare, sunlightless, frightless girl. Media says, girl bashed girl last summer at pool party with pool noodle, your average silly pillow bash. Of course, in bikinis made only of string holding fruity fuchsia martinis. Or media says, girls stronger than called for. She flaunts stilettos and still lets men go. She boss, she dodges fiascos like nobody's business. Media says we vicious, we catfight, we needy, we need protection. Or media says we feminist, we asked for it, meaning we militant, we much too masculine. But if girls are like jeans, then girls fray, decay exponentially, potentially lost by girls who stand like wishing wells in Walmart lines, waiting for compliments, shopping Listerine, wishing to cleanse themselves, come out clean mouths like slots, fishing for compliments to swallow like copper coins. We are not here to swallow your words. And every time we do, our ears ring with morning bells, the toll of windpipes forced open as shafts for another lowered coffin of retorts that died in our throats. The obituaries claim this, the reason of death. Girl, can't you take a joke? No offense, but in feminism, the victim is really the man. Huh. That joke will have to be force-fed through the nostrils. Like we are the suffragists and you are the doctors. So lay out your porcelain, bronze chalice glistening, but listen, we are not hungry for your food. We are not here to swallow your words. Media says, welcome to the fitting room that is also a stage. Says, oh, we prefer leggings, the jeans don't fit. And when the curtains fall, we say we are not one size fits all. We do not swallow spoken word pieces that go like, girls are like jeans. You know my jeans? You know my ancestry, the lineage of my veins from which the exact moment we became inferior to your superiority came. Who says we careworn shimmy, torn hems, empty? Who says we all of us rising and stretching and thinning to fit 3.8 billion of us girls? Who says we are like jeans? Who says we fray? Because we say this, listen up. Girls are like girls are like girls. Nothing more, nothing less.
And this poem is called Testimony. Did you see the way her dress kept creeping up her thighs, the way she meant to draw his creepy little eyes? Oh, he knew the truth behind an outfit made only to allure and entice, behind her seductive smile so subtle that it almost looked nice. But what was he supposed to think when her hand brushed his knee, not after one drink, but after like 3? I mean, of course, he noticed her empty glasses lined up, smudged with her lipstick. So this guy's not a rapist, he's just opportunistic, because our justice system says it's a just world out there. Girls get what they deserve. So we lock up truth and not attackers. We don't let these girls be heard. We blame her reputation for sex, blame the fact that he's a husband or a boyfriend or ex, blame the fact that her skirt was short and she walked in the dark all alone. Say she asked for it, practically begged for him to follow her home. And doesn't matter if she swears to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, if she can't really remember saying no. She just knew that she wanted to go home alone, but maybe she consented to bleeding and bruises. Of course, there's still debate if blackout gives permission, but unconsciousness is no barrier to a man with ambition. And courts say there's no sign of evidence anyways, really nothing at all if you ignore every rape kit that's backlogged and stalled. So in the end, it just turns to her word versus his, left to the truth-pursuing, tear-provoking judges, victim taunting and passing judgment on why it's so hard for a girl to answer. Couldn't you have just kept your knees together? I mean, it's all valid when there's a life here at risk. Not hers, but his, life of a golden, glowing, guilty boy, a boy who's sorry, a boy who slipped up, but just this once. So please, judge, have sympathy. His college scholarship is on the line. I'm sure it'd be invalid after serving 6 months' time. And Anyways, consequences don't really apply when your family can post your bail as if it wasn't privilege enough being believed solely on the premise of being a male. So please, Judge, hey, Justice Kavanaugh, I'm speaking to the men just like you, and you really thought your whole trial was through, still wondering why your confirmation was so terribly divisive or indecisive as a nation, deciding who we should trust and lean on shaky gendered presumptions of who's right and what's just. But maybe the president's tweet put it best. His testimony was honest, powerful, and riveting. If you believe a man just because a man's worth believing, believe in the end when all is confirmed, said, undone, will we look back and regret the girl-shaming world we've become? Can't they see there's something so wrong with the constant cycle of atrocity, apology, a trial, acquittal, when 1 in 5 girls is raped and belittled? But hey, it's a just world out there. Girls get what they deserve. Thank you.
Stevenson High School.
Squirrel!
You cute one.
And this poem is called Swipe Right. This bra squeezes my tits together so tight that the only reason I really want you to take it off is so I can breathe again. You think you take my breath away, you don't. I'm wearing matching lace-lined panties that itch like hell, and you're wearing the same stained, saggy Hanes boxer briefs that you wore last time. Where every time I keep saying no next time. Shaving every last hair off my legs to remove even the smallest barriers that separate you from my bare skin, vulnerable. No protection from 1 in the morning, sneaking in the back door, frostbit wind, no protection because you say it feels better. Because you wouldn't have to bear the child, yet you act like every pregnancy scare is your nightmare when we both... This isn't about procreation. This is one-sided, half-blinded, one more time. Pretend I don't mind it, recreation. Do you know that my eyelashes are blonde beneath all this mascara? It's fine. It's not like you ever look me in the eyes. It's not like I stay for dinner or small talk or a proper goodbye. Why would I? No strings attached, no need to get lucky. Weekend routine stuck on a strict schedule. This is one-stop shop gas station sex. Whenever you want it, convenience store sex. Just hoping one day it might mean something sex. Use me whenever like lotion and Kleenex sex. But you pause your Xbox just long enough for me to give myself up. So I'll fake moan to reassure your manhood while you kiss my neck so I feel less alone. It's not working. And as soon as you're finished, we're finished. Even when it takes you less than 5 minutes, because this is about you. This physical togetherness is a two-way lie, a Mod Podge, crappily constructed kids craft relationship. But if I shut my eyes tight, it looks like Kandinsky, all broken shapes and fractured lines arranged across canvas, imperfect design distracted by warm skin on warm skin. Forget cold hearts and whether or not they're beating, hot breath and thick sweat, vital signs. Reassured we're alive, signs of life, with no signs of meaning. Where is the distinction between flesh and feeling? Where does one end and the other begin? Am I allowed to hate you? If I am compliant, if I write how you hurt me, but I won't be defiant when you invite me over tonight. Because we're both reliant on anything that makes us feel wanted, so maybe. If our minds and emotions are unstable, our bare bodies can pick up the slack and be able to make us feel enough. Thank you.
And this poem is called Live at 5. The royal wedding is broadcast live at 5. It's a ceremonial tribute, ignoring trials and tribulations and the suffering of the nations that the royals royally screwed over on their path to domination. And hey, I loving the lovely bride who will spend the rest of her lovely life in a lovely palace built from the money of the lovely people who died captive in every aspect of their lives, slaves in their own country, servants in their home, colonial empires built off of bones. And I've got a bone to pick with the World History class guide, and how shiny and white it's on the inside, and how when it happens in a colony, it's not a genocide. Just slap Gandhi or Mandela on your history book, pour over sanitizer, close your eyes, pray, and take a look. Because with the magic of Purell, the stories totally change. We'll tell the parts about love and we'll ignore all the pain, because peaceful protest sounds so pretty if you forget the reasons. When having pride in yourself and your identity was treason, erased enough times and it becomes a habit. Millions died in Bengal because savages breed like rabbits, and I'll thank Winston Churchill for that lovely gem, and a reminder that the world was built on us versus them, and unfortunately for them, we don't get strong militaries. We get European rulers who draw borders arbitrarily and leave when they find out imperialism's bad for PR. No wonder half these maps look like someone's carved out scarves and, driver roll up the partition, please, because I've seen too many strong countries brought to their knees, and my great-grandfather died when he got TB in the jails built by the British who fought World War II because democracy was in danger for the privileged few, who deserved it on the merit of their language and their worship, and everyone left over was essentially just worthless, like burning to their sin till they could singe off the crime of not singing hymns and not being white. And what were they expecting with those spices and those riches, practically asking for some empire to carve out its niches? And it doesn't matter, right? The past is in the past. Sure, your economy's in shambles and your GDP is trash, and half your citizens are living off $1 a day in cash because your country was used, abused, and left for dead. And you can see the vulture circling overhead. At war with your nation, it's a skeleton of itself. A cookie jar with the cookies gone left shattered on the shelf. You tell them that they're third world, you strip them of their pride, get too close to your borders, lock them out from the inside because you don't want refugees. They're getting younger, all those teens. And you wonder why I'm angry when you sing God Save the Queen. Royal wedding is broadcast live at 5. A blood-red wedding dress painted white. Because if you paint a lovely legacy, then nobody will know that your lovely, lovely legacy was built on blood and bones. Yes. Slaves in their own country, servants in their home. Welcome to your new life, princess. Sit on death's prized throne.
I'm Hannah Severyns.
I'm Johnna Geick.
We're from Stevenson High School.
Squirrel!
This is called Intermission. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest show on earth. Step right up under the big top to see our endless assortment of freaks. Feast your eyes, gasp and gape at the anomalous,
The irregular,
The atypical.
The female staring at.
furry-faced lady amused and bored, squinting at the strands that sprout from her pores, thinking it's hard to see her human through all that hair, thinking,
Thank God that's not me.
Thinking that yesterday I had the hair between my eyebrows and above my lips ripped off my face with hot wax strips.
Staring at.
The strong woman. Is she muscular or a woman? Jugular popping. When she bulks up, we look up, then turn away in disgust. She can't be hairy-legged naturally, pubescent boy intentional, or is all that collateral damage of being strong? Because
Some things look better on men.
and strength is one of them.
Staring at the fat lady, too unfit to fit through rings of fire because only skinny girls are resistant to flame. It can't just be starving standards to blame. Blame diets cheated, again defeated. Blame big bone, heavy set, weight buried in genetics. Blame not her fault features that could surely be remedied. It's a matter of meals, not unfair heredity.
Here beneath the big top, we'll pay to see your exhibit, you exposed. We expect to get our money's worth.
We expect a show.
and you'll get your money's worth. We'll gorge you on popcorn perceptions, cotton candy codes, and sticky soda standards spilled so slick, nothing else matters. We believe in quality entertainment, family fun for the days that world pushes you down and this world welcomes.
Hey, Mr. Ringmaster, what's with the plaster? What kinds of molds are you trying to cast? Or
Too fast.
Sculpt that a little more.
Too skinny.
Bring out that curve.
We won't stop until we get that
hourglass.
Willowy.
delicate
Model and
figure. The perfect figure.
Girls, just pinch from one and give to the other. Suck in, tuck in, skin tone, cheekbones, chest line, gut fat girls. You can fix that.
Hey, Mr. Ringmaster, what's with the stage? Monetizing flaws, displaying pain. Stop forcing our gazes into funhouse mirrors to feel like being real is a joke.
We will not be shamed. We are not ashamed. We don't want your stage, those names, that fame. Don't frame us.
Like your bearded
Your
girls.
strong women.
Your fat ladies. We are not your freak show. Thank you.